Joe, could first of all we get the squad news? Anyone with injuries, bumps and bruises, etc.?
Yeah, we had a bit of bad news about Eamon Sheridan. He's going to see the specialist today and we'll have more information then, but it looks like he might have torn his cruciate ligament in what we first thought was, well, hoped was just a minor knee injury. It looks like it might keep him out of the game for quite some time. So Eamon doesn't look too good. Stephen Sykes looks like he'll be out for 3 or 4 weeks with a medial ligament damage, and I think that Andrew Conway's got some ankle ligament damage as well. So not a great night for us from an injury perspective. It's a real concern because with 14 guys on the plane, which is fantastic. I think that's a credit to them, and we're certainly supportive of that. And while it'd be nice to have them, we're more than delighted that they've gone. At the same time, we'd like to keep fit the guys that we have got left, and unfortunately that hasn't happened after the Northampton fixture, and we'll just have to forge ahead with possibly a few more academy guys getting an opportunity.
Obviously there would have been a bit of disappointment with the defeat to Northampton Saints, but what positives were you able to take from the game?
Yeah, to be honest, those pre-season games, the result, because you're naturally competitive, you want to get it, but it's not the most important thing. The most important thing is not to get injuries. So we lost on 2 counts really, but there were positives, and some of those positives, Dave Carney was back on the field and looking pretty sharp. Leo Avara certainly came on and added a little bit of excitement to the game when he got on there. It gave Matt Berquist another chance to kind of orientate himself in the team. I think it also gave Reece another opportunity to lead the team, and he's been growing in stature. Dominic Ryan did well. He was named man of the match, and I thought he did a really good job. I thought Shane Jennings played really well, but unfortunately that's not relevant for us anymore. But that probably is great for Ireland now that he's on the plane. So there was a real mix. The scrum I thought was pretty solid. I thought we did pretty well at scrum time, and even turned over one that they had a 5 metre scrum that we turned over. So we weren't quite accurate enough. We weren't quite clinical enough, but if we were, I wouldn't have a job.
Okay, we're at the start of the Pro 12 this week, of course. Coaches and players have goals and aspirations, I suppose, at the start of every new campaign. What are yours?
Just to get through week 1, really. I'm not a great goal setter, to be honest. That might be a poor example, but I think it's based more about just looking at processes and being really determined to try to make sure that you get the process right, and kind of the goal. It's pretty hard to control what the referee might decide, or the way the ball might bounce, the shape that it is. So we just really try to focus on what we can do and what we're trying to do, and do it as well as we can, and anything else that's a long way in the distance will hopefully take care of itself.
What about the Ospreys then this weekend? You've mentioned the injuries that were suffered during the course of pre-season. It's just going to make that game a bit more difficult. Yeah,
they're missing a few. I certainly don't think it's 14, but they'll be missing a few, and a few have moved on from there that were real quality, the likes of Lee Byrne, James Hook, Mike Phillips. But even at the end of last year, I think young Webb was playing halfback ahead of Phillips anyway. Dan Biggers, their normal 10. So certainly in those key positions there, they'll be very strong. Duncan Jones is still there to lead the scrum. He's played a lot of international footy, so he'll be strong there. They've got Goff, who's a big strong man in the second row. They've got a very good loose forward, very good set of loose forwards, particularly when you look at Tuprig. I think he's a young player with real potential. He's only young, but he was very close to the Welsh squad. I think he was in it for a long time leading up to their final decision to cut their 30 for the World Cup. So up front they'll be very, very competitive, and then out the back they've got very good players. Fussell's very quick, he's elusive. Barry Davis very good under the ball, long left foot, and the likes of Ashley Beck, Andrew Bishop and Sonny Parker in the midfield. I haven't seen their team or anything, but I'd presume that some of those names will be there, and they're pretty tough to beat.